Good morning, I'm Dennis, and today I'm going to put limit switches on a Taig mill, and I'm going to go through the process of drilling and pocket drilling and mounting limit switches on a Taig micro mill. This is where we start off. I got the lead screws removed from the base part of the micro mill, and I've got them marked with a center punch. On the long one, which is the X, I have it marked for 0.3 in and 0.3 down, or on this part right here. Let's see if we can bring that into focus. And then on the Y-axis, I also have it marked. Let's see if we can bring it into focus. And next we're going to drill a small hole, and then a ever enlarging hole up to a 1/2 inch in diameter. So we're going to start by drilling with a small drill bit. Get it on here. Check the pulley system and get with it. Moving on, we're doing the Y axis. So I've switched out to a larger drill bit. This is a 1/4 inch. This will bypass the body of the limit switch. Shucks, it looks like I forgot to tighten up the drill bit. Next I put in this big 1/2 inch drill bit. This is to get the body of the pilot hole drilled out. What we got to do is we got to drill down so that we got 1/8 of an inch or less of material, and this bar, this stock, is 3.324. So if we remove 1/4 of an inch of material, we'll be about right, which is an awful lot of material. It's too much. That's the next step. Well, looks like we got to vise it. Forgot about that step. Well, I got it in a vice grip vise, and I need to change the speed so that it goes very slow. On the drill for the large drill bit. So I move the pulley all the way down, and let's see what happens. This is not what you call precision machine. I'm eyeballing it. So that's what it looks like when it's up close, when it's done. And I did a close-up, so we'll get a close-up of it. Now when you're doing this, you always got to be careful not to nick the threads. I bring the drill down, center it, and clamp it so it don't vibrate itself. Like I say, it's not very precise. Next, I got this big honkin' end mill to put in. The goal really here is to just flatten the bottom of the half-inch drill. I want something to clamp it down so it doesn't slip around. I make sure it sets in, and I turn it on. That's really all it takes on that one. I do the same thing with the Y lead screw nut. Bring it down, seat it, clamp it, and cut it. There they are, both done. Ready to accept limit switches. What we're going to do next is get them back on the base for the mill. One of the things that I got to do is I got to remove this screw because it interrupts the mechanical movement. That protrusion is going to cause a problem. I use a power drill to thread the lead screws in. never seem to get the coupler on straight. And then I have to do the same thing with the Y. It's actually the X. Don't really tighten up the screws. Ooh, this one is so we're gonna that's the X and the Y modifications done. Next we're going to mount a limit switch on the Z axis where that screw head is on the left. And I'm going to be using a piece of this aluminum angle stock to mount the limit switch right there. So I fabricated the little bracket and then I put it on here just as a guide for tapping. When I move this back, I use my center punch, get a little hole, a little tap started. And there I will drill and tap a 440 screw. With a nut and a screw I'll be able to set the point where the switch goes off or engages. Now I'm going to run the lead screw out on the Z axis so I can get this block out. And then I can drill and tap that hole. This is a bit of work. Another high precision machine job here. Using the bubbles. That is an amazing probably got it deepened. Next we're going to tap it for the 440 screw. The old standard hand tap. So that's pretty much done. Come on, autofocus. There it is. That's the 440 screw and nut that I'm going to put on the Z-axis. That goes on here. For final adjustment later. I will make adjustments to that later. Apparently it's reverse threaded. I used a little bit longer screw for that job. The other one just doesn't get enough bite, the stock screw. Clamp that in. Run this back and check for alignment. And that's what you want to see if it lines up.